Sup boys and girls, it's your boy Echo Ninja Naz, and today I want to talk to you about something very important. I want to give you 5 very important tips on how to improve your gameplay today. The 5 very important tips I want to give you today that you may or may not have ever heard before. So without any delays, let's go straight into this video. And number one, let's go straight in. Number one, we're going to start off with one of the most important things is it's all in the mind. Okay, so let me ask you a question, guys. Let me ask you a question, and what do I mean by that? Okay, so what are fighting games to you? What is a fighting game? You're not going out there kicking trees, are you? You're not going out there, swimming. No, fighting games are a battle between you and a person behind that screen on the internet somewhere in the world. But it's a battle of the mind. Okay, it's a fight between your mind against someone else. Okay, and that's all it is. It's just a massive mind game. So guys, it's so important to look after that bloody brain of yours, and what I mean by that is take bloody rest. Okay, don't stay up till 3 or 4 a.m. trying to playing 50 to 60 games non-stop. Give that mind a rest. You're overdoing it. Your mind is an engine. It needs rest, it needs water, it needs energy. Okay, give that mind a rest. Come back the next day, wake up, have a shower, have breakfast, and start with a fresh clean slate. Okay, start with a fresh peace of mind where you can now think more effectively, when you're more productive. It just changes everything. It just changes everything. You can think, your reaction time is better, your processing, the information, the data that's going through your head, all that kind of stuff, it's going to be more effective. It's a mind game, so why are you overdoing it? Why are you playing 15 hours non-stop? Give that mind a rest. Fighting game is a battle of the minds, so don't overdo it. So it's very important to rest that mind. This leads me on to number 2. Point number 2, and this is a common mistake I believe when people are going into a brand new game. Okay, now it's all well and good where you are hitting training mode straight away, but my point number 2 title is too much training and not enough fighting. Okay, so basically what I mean by that is you're spending way too much time in the lab. Now some people may be thinking, hold on, now there's no such thing as way too much time in the lab. There's no such thing. No way. You're learning all the frame data, you're learning all the optimal combos and the damages. That's cool, but you just end up being a lab rat. That's it. Then when you go online and none of your shit works because it's just not a sitting dummy anymore, then you just think to yourself, oh shit, I just spent the last 15 years on learning how to do wave dash in Tekken, and now I can't beat anyone. What's happened to my 15 years of training? Or any game, Guilty Gear, whatever, right? So what I'm saying to you is, guys, is have a healthy balance. Don't spend 80% of your time in the lab just training and training and training, and you have 1 or 2 fight a week and think to yourself, no, that's fine, let's go back to the lab again. No, have a healthy balance, right? Have like a 60-40, right? Spend a lot of time in the lab, okay, 60%, but have about 40% of actual fights, because then you can actually trade those data. Okay, you're going back in the lab. Okay, you're thinking, right, I've got this combo down, I've got this max damage down, I've got this punish down for this character, and now I'm fighting that character. Hopefully that character I've trained against is going to pop up online, so I can fight that guy and actually see what my training has taught me. Okay, so what I'm saying is keep a healthy balance. Okay, go to the lab, go to the fight, and you think, okay, right, what I trained didn't work, okay, because that player outsmarted me, so you go back to the lab again. Another 60% of labbing, you go back to another 40% of fighting. You think, okay, now I overcome the previous problems because I've watched my replay, okay, and I got to work around it because that didn't work. Now I got to do something else. So you go back to the lab, you fight again. This is a quicker and a smarter way of progressing in fighting games in general. Okay, so again, too much time in the lab and not enough actual playing against real players. This leads me on to point number 3. You might think this is a bit crazy, but hey, fighting games are crazy. Point number 3 is fight the AI on hard mode. You're thinking, oh god, Ninja Naz has totally lost his marbles. He's talking shit now. Wait a minute. We all know that some fighting games on very hard mode, okay, is almost ridiculous. Shinokuma, in CVS2, for example, or God Rugal, or KOF 95, for example, where the bosses were ridiculous. I remember, I think it was I don't know if it was Kazuya, which was crazy in one of the Tekken difficulties. Right, the reason why I'm saying that is, guys, again, it goes back to the whole mind game thing, okay, where the AI will be completely cheap. But guys, you are going to go through all that struggle to try and understand, okay, to try and find your way to beat some nasty stuff, okay. If you know you're going to do a fireball, okay, the AI will do, for example, an ultra straight through that, okay, so you know you can't do that. So you're conditioning yourself. You know the AI is going to react. So you're forced to try and change your gameplay against the AI, which is ridiculous, which is almost brain dead, completely broken. You're thinking, okay, I'm Naz, I'm fighting an ever-losing battle. I'm never going to win against this AI, but that's not my point. I'm not saying, play to try and win against the AI. Let's be honest. If you play KOF 95 on the hardest difficulty settings, out of 100 goes, you're probably going to lose 100 times. It's that dumb, okay? But the point is not winning. The point is trying to force yourself to work around the AI's bullshit, okay? Now you might be thinking, hold on, this is just AI. How's that going to benefit me in a fighting game? Guys, again, you're training your mind. You're thinking outside of the box. You're fighting against a tool-assisted idiot which reacts to all your button presses. So what do? You struggle, okay? You struggle, and you force your mind to work around it. You're just thinking, you're building, you're processing, you're taking data and you're processing it, and you're trying to find something, you're trying to find an answer for it. It's going to be a difficult fight, but again, guys, it gets you thinking. It makes you smarter. It tries to, it's not impossible. Let's face it. These are going to be fights that's going to be probably, 90% you're going to lose, but that 2% that pulls through and you win, I guarantee you, the reward and the release of stress you're going to get is going to be absolutely amazing, because you've beaten something that's almost unbeatable, okay? So again, it's just to, exalt your mind, okay? You just to, overextend your mind, and that's the whole thing. Again, goes back to my point one, it's all in the mind, okay? So this leads me on to point number 4. Find a rival. Now, we all have friends in our FGC. We all have friends that are better than you. Okay, now don't set the bar way too high and very unrealistic. Like, don't say, okay, Justin Wong is my rival. Unless you're someone like Filipino Champ and so on, then that's fair enough, because you can reach those kind of targets. You can reach those kind of players and actually, rival them. Now, if you're casual like myself, if you're someone a bit more serious who goes to tournaments, then what you want to do is you want to try and make a rival. Okay, like for example, my brother Shax has, like, I don't know, quite a few different rivals. I had quite a few rivals in the past when I was playing a bit more serious. And what you want to do, guys, is you want to always try and face them, okay? Because this helps, try to have one over each other. That rivalry is actually very healthy in the FGC, because it will just, again, force you to try and understand that player, okay? To try and understand that player. And that's going to make you more smarter. That's going to try to make you think, again, more ways to try and keep up with that person, to one day maybe even beat them. Okay, that's what you want to do. And I just want to share a true story with you guys. A very true story. A friend of mine, I'm going to mention his name, is a very strong Guile player in Ultra Street Fighter 4, or Street Fighter 4 in general. And guys, I swear to God, hand on my heart, no joke, I played him, it was 20-0. He used to demolish me on a regular basis. Completely. It was so embarrassing. I used to get absolutely annihilated. It came to a point, guys, and I'm being completely serious with you. Every time he used to invite me on Xbox 360 on Street Fighter 4, I used to think, oh no. When I see that name pop up, has invited you to a game, I'm like, oh God. Here we go again. Time to hold L's. And guys, you know what? I accepted the battle every single time. And you have no idea how much I lost. 20-0 to this guy. It was embarrassing. It was so bad. But guys, with that ratio of 60% labbing and always accepting his invites, okay, help me after 6 months to 8 months of fighting and losing and training with this guy, made me understand what I was doing wrong, sent me back to the drawing board so many times to try and recreate the blueprints of my training and try to understand where I was going wrong. So it's very important to have this rival, right? It's almost like a skill check. It's almost like a check to see where you are, okay, against that player. You know that player's far superior to you, okay? You're just trying to keep up. You're just trying to keep up. And once you reach, you know you're progressing, okay? It's working. And this leads me on to my final point today, which is point number 5. And I think it's one of the most important factors, and I cannot stress this to you enough, is play other fighting games. Playing other fighting games. People have no idea how serious it is. Guys, let's give a prime example right now. We know fighting games are mixing shit up nowadays a lot. Okay? Tekken has introduced 2D fighters, Akuma, Geese, and some of the execution, Tekken players are thinking, holy shit, what's going on? They've broken the meta. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what's going on. I can't find this. 2D guys are broken. They're annoying. They're this, they're that. And you want to try Geese out, but his execution is too hard. I can't do Raging Storm properly. I can't do Akuma's cancels, FADCs. It's just too much. It's just too much. Because you're used to Tekken all your life, or vice versa. You're used to Street Fighter all your life, right? Or used to KOF all your life. You go to another dimension and you get absolutely destroyed because you're not used to it. Now stop and think for a second, guys. Just stop and think for 1 second, okay? Now, as I said, fighting games are mixing shit up. They're introducing characters from different franchises, and it's just really adding more dynamic to the game that we all love and played since we were kids, or new fans, or whatever you say. Okay, now imagine if you took your air dashing skills, okay, from Guilty Gear. You took your speed and execution from KOF. You took your movement from Tekken. You combined it all at one. You become this ultimate player called low tier. I'm joking. You become a much better you. Because let's face it, guys, it's easy to slow your game down. Okay? It's easy to press the button slower. Okay? But if you was born in speed, okay, you can slow things down. But if you're used to very slow style fighting, and next thing you know, your new installment of your latest fighting game, which could be Virtua Fighter or Tekken or Dead or Alive, which is 10 times faster than your previous game, let's just face it, you never know what the new developer is going to do with the new games. Okay, so if your new game is a lot more faster, speeding up, guys, is generally harder than slowing down. If you already have so much speed, if you already, reacting to super high jumps like Marvel, and air dashing cancels like, Guilty Gear, and Under Night, Inbred Kids, whatever you call that game. I'm joking, it's a great game, by the way. But if you're used to all that craziness, having something slower now, you're going to be like, this is a walk in a park. Okay? Like, for example, if Mortal Kombat anti-airs are like down twos, right? But you're used to doing half circle back, half circle forward anti-airs in split seconds in KOF. Why are you not reacting to anti-airs with just a simple one button down two? Do you see what I'm going at with this? Okay, so it's very important to play other fighting games and pick up bits and pieces of their skills so you can stay relevant. Okay, because let's just face it, if you're solely a Street Fighter 5 player, if you're solely a Tekken player, okay, and your new installment is completely switching it up, if Street Fighter 6, God forbid, goes back to Third Strike, 60% of the fans of Street Fighter 5 are gonna die. It's a hard to swallow pill, guys. It's what it is. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm telling you right now. Where are all the El Fuerte players in Street Fighter 5, guys? They're either farming right now, or they're game over. Okay? So this is what I'm saying. Okay? Understand different fighting games. I'm not saying be a pro. I'm not saying collect all the fighting games in the world, but maybe have about 3 or 2 or different fighting games that you can switch, just so you can keep up to date with its speed, with its mechanics, so you can mix and match your skill set, because skills are transferable. Skills are transferable, and it's so important you understand that, and you inherit those skills and you pass it on to your other loved fighting games. I hope this makes sense. Apologize if all of you guys know all these tricks anyway, but I just thought I'd make this video to help you guys progress in whatever you're doing. And most importantly, guys, support fighting games. Buy them, enjoy them, play them, learn them, and most importantly, please shower and brush your teeth. I'm Echo Ninja Naz. Peace!